Looks like you're ready. It appears. Yep. Going live. Going live. You're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Persona 5 on the RPCS3 emulator. Since we don't have the base game on PC, we only have Persona 5 Strikers, that is a sequel to this game. So while we wait for Persona 5 Royal to hit PC, they didn't announce anything yet, but it's probably coming. We're going to be testing Persona 5 on the PS3 emulator. So as you can see, this game is considered playable by the community, so that's great. So we're going to take a look at that, at the settings, the gameplay, how it runs, all that good stuff. But remember, this is CPU bound, not GPU bound. We're going to start with 4K. Hi, hello everyone. Yeah, 3xmo says, is i5 10400F, 980 Ti, and 16GB of RAM good? Yeah, it should be fine, man. Still good performance on that. Ojalá me funcione bien con el i5 6400. Sí, debería estar bien a 30 FPS. Big fan from India. Well, thanks from Uruguay, sir. I appreciate that. So, okay. Let's take a look at the options. Y gracias a Ayrton Barral. Se agradece. So, everything here is as default. But since we have a Ryzen CPU, we enable this one, the thread scheduler. Then on the GPU, we're going to start with 4K because this one is considered playable, so in general, that's good enough. I think with shader interpreter, so we don't have any shaders built for this game. So as soon as something loads, it'll pop up. We don't have stutters like that. Then on advanced, everything is... I'm going to keep the driver wake up delay into 100 probably. Just to be safe. So yeah, we keep it at 100. And then everything else is basically stock settings. And then we also have the patches made by the community. So we're using the 60 FPS patch, so it unlocks the frame rate. I disabled these DLC unlock messages because those are annoying. I enabled mod support and skipped the intro videos. And that's basically it. There's more options, but these are the ones I wanted to use at the moment to test the game. So let's launch it. Hey, something gaming. Hi. Is it playable on Ryzen 3 2200G and RX 570? Yeah, man, it should be fine. But aim for 30 frames per second, not 60. That should do the job just fine. Let's find out. Hello from Indonesia. Well, hello from Uruguay, sir. Thank you. Hi, Hyperjax. Do you still do debugger thing to make it playable? On this game, I didn't, because it worked fine out of the box. So yeah, hang on. I'm not sure. I think it froze. Yep, it froze. Hang on. My bad. Gotta love when that happens. Allow me a second, guys. Oh, there's an update that is 1 hour old. So RPCS3 is constantly being updated, as you guys can see, which is hilarious. Each time I open it, there's a new update. So that's insane. The amount of progress it's being made is absolutely incredible. I mean, is streaming at all possible? No, it should be fine. I mean, you can also use your CPU, but it's less effective. So personally, I prefer to use Nvidia cards for streaming. The Nvidia encoder is fantastic at what it does. So yeah, we're into the game now. Let me see the configuration. Okay, no vibration. Auto advance, yes please. Yeah, this should be fine. Let's load a new game. And wish me luck. At the moment we're at 60 frames, we'll see if that stays that way. You love me, no homo? Yes, homo. Please test God of War Ascension. Yeah, that's coming soon. Don't worry. That's coming. So yeah, eventually we're going to be doing it. Hello from Algeria. Well, hello from Uruguay, sir. Thanks for coming and watching my live stream. I appreciate it a lot. You played it once on the PS3, hope they'll release the game to purchase on Steam like Persona 4 Golden. Agreed completely, I mean, imagine what the game could be on PC. I mean, the mod support is already there for RPCS3, imagine if there was a native PC version. Okay, so we're compiling shaders for the first time. This is why we get some stutter. So, allow me a second, guys. Okay, the GPU is maxed out, so 4K is a little too much for the 1050 Ti here. So we're probably going to try 1080p. So yeah, interesting. So as you can see, there's a very high GPU usage when doing 4K in this game. So yeah, we're going to be doing also, we're going to try 1080p instead. So, 1 second, guys, going to quit the game and decrease the resolution to 1080p. It's been a while since I've seen a game on RPCS3 maxing out the GPU, so that's good news, actually, at least to me, because it means that we can use a 1650 Super and try 4K there, and it's going to be even better. So we're doing 1080p instead on this card, since we are GPU limited, which is insane on an emulator, at least to my eyes. So let's do 1080p with the 60 FPS mod. If you want to do 30, 4K seems to be doable, but hey, this is one of my favorite games on PS4. Well, good thing you can now experience it on PC, despite not being officially there. In which emulator does Red Dead Redemption 1 runs better? So far on Xenia, the Xbox 360 emulator, that's the one. But it uses a lot of CPU and GPU, so still a long way to go. But hey, it's way better than the PS3 emulator on Red Dead Redemption 1. So yeah. When I played 2 hours ago, I can't play without debugger. Okay, we're going to be trying it later, don't worry. Will you switch to 750 Ti later? Not really. I mean, the 750 Ti should be able to do 1080p 30 on this one. It's not really demanding at all. I mean, if you go for a very high resolution, well, yeah, it's going to be demanding. But as you can see now on 1080p, we're getting full 60 frames per second. And the GPU, again, in this case, is not maxed out. But hey, the game looks good, despite being 1080p. Pretty smooth, also. I'm impressed that on a PS3 emulator we're getting 60 frames on this game. But that's how it happens when a game is deemed playable by the community. You get 60 FPS mods, you get other mods that do other stuff, and even on a budget PC you can do 60 frames. Let me skip this. Which combat do you like better, this or Strikers? Personally I prefer Strikers because I'm more of a hack and slash fan. But this can be good. I mean, if you enjoy turn-based stuff, it shouldn't be bad. But personal preference, of course. I usually prefer real-time stuff, but turn-based can also be good, if done right. Just not my cup of tea. Let's leave it at that. I think it gets more demanding when it gets to areas with NPCs. Yeah, that's true, that's why I want to play more of the game, to get into one of those areas. But as of right now, in this part, we're getting 60s. Which in the past wasn't that way. I was getting 25 with this PC back then. So it's still an improvement. But yeah, in more NPC heavy areas we're going to get higher CPU usage. That's for sure. That's why we are actually playing the game. ¿Qué GPU estoy usando? La 1050 Ti. I'm using the 1050 Ti. Let me put that on the screen so you guys can see it. Allow me a second, there we go. So we're using the 1050 Ti, but if you use something faster than this, it's going to be the same. We're locked at 60, we're not fully using the GPU.
Huh? What?
Hide, okay. Are we done here? Okay, we are. Let's run for the stairs. Yeah, we're going to have it on PC eventually, I think. But at the moment, this is the only way to play this on PC with the emulator. So yeah.
And you seem to be enjoying every second.
We're going to skip everything as usual. Yeah, whatever. Let's play it on easy. Doesn't really matter, we only want to see the performance, so we're going to enter our names. Oh, I cannot write it like that, hang on. Santiago. Whoa. Where is it? Yeah, that should be fine. Santiago. Hell yeah. I wish I could use my keyboard here. Gotta wait for the PC version for that. Yeah, that is my name. I'm Santiago. And today I'm gonna be doing Persona 5. What CPU would you recommend for this? At least a 4-core thread CPU. If you have something faster than that, then it will be better than this for sure. So, yeah, I mean, should be okay. With a 4-core thread, even a 4-core 4-thread CPU should be enough. But on that one, if you have something like 4 cores 4 threads, do a 30 frames per second cap instead of 60. And that should do. Can you touch Sonic Unleashed for PS3 or 360? At the moment, I have no plans to do many more games. One of the ones I'm planning to do maybe tomorrow is Metal Gear Solid 4 on the custom RPCS3 build. But other than that, I don't know what else I'm going to do at the moment. Well, as you can see now, there are more NPCs and we're dropping into the 40s and we are CPU limited, as you can probably see. So in this case, if you want to improve in the areas with a lot of NPCs, you're going to need a faster CPU, which makes sense. It has been this way for long since we started testing Persona 5 on this emulator. So once you get to a place with a lot of NPCs, that happens, it drops below 60, but again, we're still over 30 frames per second, which I think is important to mention. In the past I was getting 20s when I was in the train station, so there's definitely a huge improvement. Okay, what now? Yeah, here's when it drops into the 40s, 30s. But it's going to get even worse, I think. So let me see where I have to go. I'm pretty lost here. Yeah, where to? Take the right after that apartment with the stairs. Okay. Probably this way then. Oh, after the apartment with the stairs. Alright, got it. There we go. I can ask for directions. I'm so good at this game. What about a 10100F in this emulator? It should be similar to this, maybe a little bit better, but it should be fine. But it shouldn't be 60 frames on this. I do look for the blank. Oh, okay, let's go to the cafe. But yeah, maybe 30 frames per second makes more sense for this this particular game with this particular CPU. Will a 1700X make Persona 5 smoother? I'm not entirely sure because a single-threaded performance on that one is slower, but probably if you put the multi-threaded RSX option enabled, it should load the shaders faster, so maybe in that way the game is going to be a better experience. So yeah, it should be smoother, let's call it that way. It's going to load faster, the shaders, so less stutter should be happening at the very start, but then it should be pretty similar. Is it finishable? Yes, it is. You can play it from start to finish. There's a cardboard box. Snake, are you there? Alright, probably have to sleep now. Let's go for that. No? Okay. Let's go downstairs then. Where is... Yeah, let's go to the box. I guess I should clean the room while I'm organizing things. Okay. Let's go to the messy table. Alright. Your lag is due to the shaders, I guess. Yeah, that's one of the reasons, but also when there's a more open environment with more NPCs, it drops, and it's not loading shaders in that case, so it's going to drop no matter what. In NPC heavy areas, we're CPU bound in those cases. But if you want 60 frames, probably in this game it doesn't matter that much because it's a turn-based fighting thing. It's not a hack and slash like Persona 5 Strikers. Can you get 60 frames with i5 7500? Probably not. On this CPU that is faster, we're not getting 60s. So yeah, I don't think you're going to get 60s. Most of the time you're going to drop. And by most of the time I mean when you're running around or in a place with a lot of people on screen. That's what happens. But I mean, in the fighting parts, should be okay. But again, turn-based, so it shouldn't matter that much, really. So yeah. As you can see now, we're getting 60s, but there's no NPCs. Let's keep going. But yeah, at the moment, it's a completely playable experience. Okay, let's save her. We're going to be good. R7 2700X is okay for sure. Yeah, of course. Should be fine. Should be completely okay, man. Are we going to fight? Oh no, it was just a dream. It was just a dream. Should I wait for an official port or the emulator is fine? To me, the emulator is fine, but if you can wait for the PC version, it's going to be a lot better for sure. It's going to be a lot more scalable, but this is finishable, so if you don't want to wait, you can do it, but it's going to drop eventually. I mean, we got Persona 5 Strikers, that is the sequel, so I think that eventually we're going to get it, but we have no idea when that's going to happen, if it's going to happen at all. But I have high hopes that it's going to be happening eventually. The moment the 1050 Ti sells for $500 here, yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, should have gotten one a long time ago if you wanted one. But hey, sometimes you cannot see that from the past because you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, in my country there's no GPUs basically, everything is out of stock and super inflated in price. Te voy a hablar en inglés para que me leas. Es que a veces no leo el chat. Ah, ahí ve tu comentario. Puedo vender mis 570 de 8 GB hoy en día en Uruguay. Y en Uruguay capaz que a 14.000 pesos, si tenés suerte. Can I get 60 FPS on the 10400F? Probably. Probably. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, it should be doable. The thing is when there's a place with a lot of NPCs, that's probably going to drop it, but it should be close to 60 anyways. It's a much faster CPU. It's 6 cores, 12 threads, so... yeah. But so far so good. We only dropped in those places with tons of people. So yeah, we'll see. ¿Cómo estoy, King S6? Estoy muy bien, ¿y vos? We already have Persona 4 on PC, yeah, I mean... the next logical step is to get Persona 5 Royal on PC. Finding that Atlas port the sequel is first instead of this, yeah, that's hilarious. I love that. It makes so little sense, but to them it must make sense in some way. Who knows? Okay, let's save the progress.
I'll just add this.
Yes, please. Ay, Mr. Glorious. Me siento halagado. No one would predict this huge rip for me. Well, yeah, it was impossible to know. But hey, like most things in life, you're not going to know what's around the corner. Obey your instructions, answer the phone. Okay.
I'll just add this.
How do I answer the phone? Alright, map. Oh wait, there's an actual phone. Where's my phone? I'm missing something, hang on.
Write something.
Oh man. Where's the phone? Maybe it's downstairs? Oh, yeah. let's get it. Do other emulators like RPCS3 also need a good CPU? Yeah, I'm going those eventually. At the moment I'm focusing on RPCS3. So yeah. Wait a second, I'm going to do it eventually. I'm just one person in charge of this. So I'm going slow. Flip the source sign. Okay, I'll gladly do so, sir. Is i5 9400F okay for 6 years? 6 years is a long time. So, yeah, I mean, cannot predict that. So, yeah, 6 years, I don't know. Too much time. Even 2 years would be a long time to predict, really. Let's go to sleep. We got this, we got this. Hi, bro. Hi, Ahmed Oruk. How are you doing, man? Sorry if I messed up your name. I'm used to doing that with names that are not familiar. So yeah, are 6 FPS viable with i5 8400 with 8 gigs of RAM? I mean, it should be doable, but in places with a lot of NPCs it's going to drop below 60. Make sure that the RAM is on dual channel. That's super important. Super important. R6 FPS, oh, already read that. Your Epic Store code got discount for us pre-ordering new games. No, there's no discount, but I get a small part of your purchase. So you're supporting the channel directly, almost directly. We gotta go to high school now. Yeah, we're going to school. Let's go to school, well, before I have to eat. Yeah. Good, good, good. Come on. Let's go to school. Come on. Run, run, run. We're getting late. Let's flip the the sign. There we go. It's now open. He couldn't do it on his own. It had to be me. Live an honest student life. Oh, I wish I could. Go to Jushin Academy, head to the nearest station. Okay, let's go to the station. Should be this way, right? Yep. Will you test Ratchet and Clank games? Eventually. Eventually. As you can see here, NPCs on screen, 40 frames. It's going to get worse in other parts. So yeah. I mean, but so far, I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's completely playable. Considering the hardware, I mean, I don't need 60s in this game. It's turn-based fighting, so you don't need really 60 frames, but hey, if you want to do it, I'll still play it at 30 with 4K resolution, really. So yeah, where do you get the files for the game? I'm not going to provide any files, but I'm going to provide in the description the link for the emulator. So yeah, the rest is up to you. Okay, more NPCs, good. We're dropping. Jinza line, this way. Okay, got it. Also, the NPCs are not that detailed, really. Okay, not this way. Where to? No. Yeah, here, Jinza line. Oh, that way. But yeah, it's dropping into the 40s, but nothing unplayable. I mean, I'm just running around, I'm not doing any fights. Oh, here, this way. Alright. They're cleaning the area right now, I should look for a way around. Really? Are you kidding me? I'm getting late to school. I'm getting late to school. Alright. But I mean, yeah, so far, so good. Where's the Jinza line? Ugh, I'm super lost here. It feels just like real life. Probably here. Oh. This way, maybe? Okay, not this way. I'm terrible at this. Holy hell. I'm late. Have you shared the emulator config? Yeah, at the beginning of the stream, that's the first thing I'm doing. Oh, this way. Okay. So if you rewind to the very start of the stream, you're going to find it. It's there. So yeah. Jin's aligned. Yeah, I'm going that way. Maybe this way? Yeah, this way. Do you think a notebook with i5 7300 HQ can at least run this game at 30 frames? Let me check the specs for that CPU. 1 second. If the RAM is on dual channel, it's probably going to be fine. It's 4 cores, 4 threads. Yeah, it should be doable for 30 frames per second. So, no worries, should be fine. 30 frames should be doable on that one, if the RAM is on dual channel. If you're playing on PS4, you don't need a capture card, well, yeah. But it's going to be 720p. A 720p live stream, in that case.
Oh man.
And I'm using a separate computer to avoid a performance hit, so... that's kinda how you do it. But yeah, at the moment, it's okay. Today you're getting this exact same PC, it's nice to see this stream today. Well, nice. I'm glad that you're able to get one. Do you have any idea how Yuzu works with this component? I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to try Bowser's Fury, the Super Mario thing, eventually. But I guess it should be fine. So yeah. Head over to school. Let's go to school! I guess it's this way? Yeah. You were wondering about Mario Odyssey. I don't know if that game is playable yet. But yeah, eventually I'm going to try it. That's for sure. Okay, going to school now. Gotta love that stuff. Okay, now I don't know what happened, but that's okay. I'm skipping everything just to get to the gameplay. I'm going to try this on your 10700K. It's going to be fine, man. You're going to get way better numbers, that's for sure. Should be 60 locked. Okay, now we're in a castle, apparently. School staff, yeah. Probably school staff, yeah. We're going to fight now. Yeah, let's save the progress so I can swap GPUs in a moment. So yeah.
Hey.
Oh, it was just a dream? No. It wasn't. But yeah, so far, with the 1050 Ti you can do 1080p just fine. If you want to do 4K, just aim for 30 frames.
Come on, man.
So yeah, let's now swap to the 1650 Super. I've seen enough of the 1050 Ti. Let me show you the settings once more, so you guys can see. Alright, so the settings. This like this. Since we have a Ryzen CPU, I enabled this one. On the GPU we were on 1080p, but if you want to do 30 frames, you can do 4K on this card, just fine. Then, advanced, nothing. I only increased the driver wake up delay to 100. And that's about it. Then there's also something else in game patches. If you see here Persona 5, we got this right here, the 60 FPS patch that unlocks the frame rate to 60 from 30 to 60, and some things to make the game easier for me to access, like skip the intro videos, but there's not much else to say really. So yeah, let's swap now to the 1650 Super. So let me shut down the PC. The 1650 Super will be able to do 4K just fine. I mean, it's a better GPU. So yeah, 1 second guys, going to swap GPUs. Alright, here's the 1050 Ti. Let's put it to the side. And it's time to put the 1650 Super. Okay, 1650 Super coming in any second now. I saw a lot of people running Odyssey at 60 frames with some drops, but nothing too crazy. Okay, then it's going to be fun once I test it. Hopefully Nintendo doesn't mind that I'm going to test emulators eventually. But those games I'm probably going to do videos, not live streams. Live streams, I did a little too much of them. And while I love doing live streams, I think it will make more sense if I do videos. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Also, I don't want to get in trouble for doing Nintendo games on an emulator. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You don't know about the patches menu? Well, you now know. You don't need to do anything. There's a button to download the patches automatically. So it should be super easy to get into with the patches. So yeah. Anyways. So time to do it with the 1650 Super. We're going to be doing 4K on this one, since 1080p was fine even on the 1050 Ti. So let's show you the config for this one. Same as before here. On the GPU, we increased the resolution to 4K, as you can see. Then the rest like this. Advanced, 100 on driver wake-up delay, and the emulator like this. Nothing really special about it. And then on the patches, the game patches, we got the 60 FPS patch, so we unlock the frame rate. We disable some messages, so get quicker into the game, and that's about it. So let's boot with this custom configuration, and this is 4K now, because it's not really super GPU limited. And if you want to do 4K on a 1050 Ti, for example, you just need to do 30 frames per second. So yeah. Gracias, Kenshi, se agradece un montón. Supongo que era para tener un chat un tanto ordenado. Bueno, muchas gracias, Kenshi, estoy honrado de que me veas de esa forma. I'm going to try this on your 10700K. Well, good. It's going to be a lot better. 60 frames no matter what. It's easy to install the emulator on games. Yes, it is. It is very easy, and there's a lot of guys on the internet. So you should be fine. Should be very easy, yeah. I mean, it used to be very kind of difficult, but now it's a lot better. You don't need to edit config files. You don't need to edit much at all. Hang on, there's no audio, guys, for the game. Going to fix that. Okay, there we go. Let's load the save file, and let's get back in. So now it's a good time. It's a good time to have a PC to play PS3 games, sometimes. And as you can see now, we're getting 60s, but instead of getting drops into the 40s and 100% GPU usage, we get kind of half GPU. The limit here is the CPU.
Come on, man.
So yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, what to now? Check inside the cell. Okay. Well, with chains, nothing. Probably something here. A barrel. Another barrel.
Hey. Huh?
Do you hear that? Yeah, I agree. It's very straightforward. And the internet has all the information that you need, really. So you don't need to be an expert to do this. Luckily. Alright, got this. Skip, skippity skip. Skippity skip. Okay, another fight. Give me your power. Why is that guy almost naked? What the heck? So as I was saying, guys, in this game, personally, I don't think that 60 frames is absolutely necessary. Because as you can see right here, we get turn-based combat. Persona! So yeah, I mean, not really much to show. When you walk around, yeah, there are drops, but when you walk around, you're not doing any fighting. The fighting is always turn-based. Let's do 8K. I'm probably going to. Allow me a second that I need to fight a little bit. Persona! When will you test Horizon Zero Dawn patch 1.10? Probably this week, I think.
I leveled up.
probably. It's running a lot better, yeah. Especially on the 1050 Ti, I saw a huge improvement, like a 15 FPS improvement. So yeah, we're probably doing that. The thing is that lately I've been having some personal issues. You know, emotions are a piece of BS sometimes. So yeah, I'm probably doing less live streams. It's a lot of energy, and emotionally I'm a little bit of a wreck. So sorry for the delay on the videos lately. I've been having rough days emotionally. So yeah, I'm going to be doing videos instead, probably in the next couple of days. But I'm going to get better, guys. Don't worry. I don't want you to get tangled in all this. I just want to give you guys content. But you know, sometimes life is a bitch. But it's going to get better eventually. So I just wanted to mention that. I'm doing well, and I'm going to be even better. But that means less live streams and more videos instead. So yeah, I apologize, but that's what I can do for now. You know, emotions are difficult sometimes. But I'm glad that I have you guys here with me. Looking forward to the test. Yeah, it's coming soon. It's coming soon and it's going to be awesome. Like you guys supporting me all the time. Okay, a crack in the wall. 6 FPS is necessary on some palaces, but why? I mean, it's turn-based. I mean, sorry if I'm missing something, but isn't it entirely turn-based?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm okay, I'm okay. I'm okay, and I'm going to be even better soon.
Whoa.
But yeah, it's part of life. You're happy to still have your PS3? Well, yeah, it's a great console, man. There's a lot of amazing games there. If this goes up, do you think it heads to the exit? Probably. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you, man. Thank you. I love you guys with all my heart. Yeah, I am going to get better. I'm sure of it. I always do.
The hell? Huh?
All right.
What the hell?
Hey, Kavi DIY. How are you doing, man? Good seeing you here. I think I haven't seen you before. Will you do Infamous 1 and 2 on RPCS3? Yeah, eventually. And it's going to be awesome because I love the Infamous games. Those are two games that I platinumed, so I got all the trophies on the PS3. So yeah, I'm looking forward to test those. Is it necessary to have an SSD? No, not really. No, it's only going to make loading times a lot faster. So yeah. Cuando el juego está en 4K y yo viendo a 1080p. ¡Wow! ¡Qué bonito! Sí, tal cual. When will Far Cry 6 launch and it will work properly on the 6050 Super and i3-9100F? Here's the thing, Ubisoft delayed Far Cry 6 indefinitely, but there is
Come on, man.
there's a rumor that says that it's going to come out in May or April or May. So yeah. I mean, it should be fine on the 1650 Super. The thing is, I don't know if a quad-core CPU is going to be fine.
Hey.
That is kind of my doubts. The CPU is what scares me in that build. Because on palaces you have to escape from shadows. Oh, okay, you run away from a lot of enemies. But do the palaces have a lot of NPCs or only enemies? Let me know. But I mean, if that's an issue, you can always lock it to 30, so it's good to have the options. Thanks for the insight about the palaces, I didn't know anything about them. So yeah. Hey, Scorpion9, how's it going, man? He says, hi, brother. Hey, brother, how's it going, man?
Damn shadows. It means all back.
Persona! Can I get 60 frames in GTA 5 in 1050 Ti? If you lower the settings, it should be fine. The thing is, GTA Online is pretty taxing. Like, insanely taxing. So
An enemy's weakness.
as long as you have a good CPU, 4 cores, 4 threads, especially if it's a modern CPU, you'll be getting drops below 60 in the online mode. But if you're playing with a 4 core thread part, should be a lot more stable. But yeah, I mean, it should be fine. If you have a 1050 Ti, just make sure to have a decent CPU if you want 60 frames. Recommended GPU for 2021. If you can afford a GPU and get one in stock, maybe a 2060, in my opinion, or a 2060 Super. If it's possible. If you cannot find one, well, wait a little bit longer and get a 1650 Super, 580, 570, you know. Yeah, Persona! Persona! That's how he says it. The guy who leaked that Kingdom Hearts would come to PC leaked that also God of War and Bloodborne are coming to PC. Well, that's insane. If that even happens, I'm going to be here day one testing them for you guys. And we're going to enjoy them from beginning to end. Especially Bloodborne. That's one I'm looking forward to play a lot, since I love Souls-like games. Alright.
Now then.
Okay, those are enemies. Gotcha, gotcha. Thanks for the insight again. Without you, I wouldn't have known about the palaces. Alright, let's skip all this. I tried Assassin's Creed Origins with my 570 high settings and my GPU usage did not get 100% usage. Is that normal? It depends on your CPU there. That game is super CPU limited. It requires a lot of CPU power. And I even had a 6-core 12-thread CPU working on that game. But sometimes there are huge stutters, especially in Alexandria, that part of the map. And it was... what's the name of this? And it seems to be an issue with the game, really, that it doesn't fully utilize the GPU, because it's so CPU bound in some parts. Persona! Hello Santiago, can I get 60 frames with 1050 Ti, 1052 GB VRAM in this game? If you have a good CPU, then yeah, it should be doable on 1080p. So if you have something like a Ryzen 5 3600, an i5 10400F, something like that, you're going to be getting 60 frames most of the time. But then if you have a quad-core CPU with only 4 cores and 4 threads, then 30 frames per second will make more sense. But again, if you have something like an i5 10400F, Ryzen 5 3600, it should be 60s most of the time. But then if you have a 4-core thread part, for example, it's going to be 60 sometimes, but then drop into the 30s when a lot of NPCs are on screen. So yeah, it should be fine, man. We are CPU limited. So that should be fine for 1080p. Yo, my man! Hey, Tofik K. Change the video title from 1050 Ti to 1650 Super. You're right, I'm going to add 1650 Super to the mix here. Thanks for the heads up. I forgot to change the title. So thank you, man, for the heads up. I appreciate it a lot. 1650 Super, good. Can you test Valheim in different hardware configs someday? I have one video about Valheim already. Let me show you. Very quickly. So I don't stop playing the game. So I'm pasting the Valheim livestream if you want to take a look at it. It doesn't run great, but it runs good, considering the hardware. So yeah. Hello Santiago, love from Turkey. Well, all my love from Uruguay. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it a lot. Actually, this one that I want to play on PC, not that Persona Strikers, well, eventually it's going to come to PC. It's a lot of money that they're leaving on the table, so keep that in mind. It's eventually coming to PC, I'm sure of it. I mean, they made so much money with Persona 4 and Persona 5 Strikers that this one is probably coming to PC as well. I'm sure of it. You're welcome. Happy to help. Happy to be here and help you out. Any thoughts on 3050 Ti, 3050? As far as I know, those are just rumors. But if that happens, I'm super pumped to see DLSS on a budget GPU. That's going to be amazing. If it even happens, that's the thing. Will it happen? I don't know. But yeah, eventually I think it's going to come. Let's skip all this, come on. Sorry, what was the performance with the 1050? It should be 10% slower than the 1050 Ti, but since this emulator is mostly CPU bound, you should be able to do 1080p just fine, as long as your processor is good enough to handle the emulator. Again, to get 30 to 60, 4 cores 8 threads, if you want 30, 4 cores 4 threads, if you want 60s as much as possible, 6 cores 12 threads or 6 cores 6 threads, basically. The 1050 can do it just fine, but as you can see, this is the issue with the places with a lot of NPCs. We get drops into the 30s. We're also compiling shaders, which is not... which is going to happen anyways the first time you go into this area. But as you can see, this is where it drops. Good thing we're not fighting here. But to improve this, you should use a better CPU. So 60s in these parts is going to be super difficult anyways. So yeah. Is Persona 5 Royal coming to PC? Eventually, I think. They're going to get a lot of money if it happens. GTA Online is quite taxing. Yeah, it's very taxing. I'm here, don't worry. Much love from Greece. Well, much love from Uruguay, man. Thank you, Jim76UH. You're always here with me, man. I appreciate it a lot. Really. Head to the faculty office. Okay, where is it? Is it here? No, that's a class. This is probably the exit. Yeah, this is what I do in high school. I did in high school. Whoa, high school was 7 years ago. I feel old. Holy hell. Oh yeah, always wanting to flee. Can't recommend you do that in college, blah blah blah, I don't care, blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. Maybe this way. Should be in this building. Okay, we're finding it. What's your internet speed? My internet speed is 500 megabits per second download and 50 megabits per second upload. That's how I do a 4K live stream. There aren't many PS4 emulators that work. There's no PS4 emulator that works at the moment. We have one that boots into the firmware, but that's about it. Still needs a lot of work to boot games. So yeah, keep that in mind. There's no PS4 emulator that actually works. Hang on guys, I'm lost. The second floor seems to have all the classrooms for second years. Better head to the faculty office. Maybe upstairs. Should be in this floor. Okay. But where is it? Maybe this way. It's probably this, right? No. Oh, here. Ugh, I'm stupid. Hi, Blaskawik. How's it going, man? Good seeing you here. Can I get 60 frames in GTA 5 in 1050 Ti with Ryzen 5 3600 online? Yeah, it should be fine. If the RAM is on dual channel, it should be doable. Although when there are a lot of explosions, you're going to get drops, that's for sure. But I mean, it's going to be 60 most of the time. Just lock it to 60 and it should be okay most of the time. I'm Santiago. That's great! I love that. I love that. There was a button that says, I'm Santiago. Yes, yes, we finally did it, guys. We're in the map. Hi, how are you doing, guys? Let me see if I can save the progress here. Gotta go to the roof. But we're going to try now 8K. Just for the sake of it, and I'm going to end the live stream. So 8K, and after that we're ending the live stream. We're going to keep it at 30 frames though, so it's going to be necessary to get good numbers. So we go to the custom configuration. Yo, ASA, how's it going, man? Okay, 8K. 8K is coming. Frame limit to 30. Whoa. We save the custom configuration. We go to the patches. And in the patches we disable the 60 FPS thing, and we boot the game once more. Wish me luck. Will you try 8K with the Ryzen 5 3600? It will be the same as here because 8K is mostly GPU bound. So as long as your CPU can handle the game, 8K should be doable. As long as your GPU can do it. So yeah. Anyways. We are here. We are. Did you play Royale on PS4? No, not really. This is the first time I actually play Persona 5 for real. I played Persona 5 Strikers because I got a PC port, but that's about it. Persona 5 Strikers is a sequel, so I'm not really going to start playing any game before I can actually play the original one. So, yeah. Didn't play this one on PS4. Any plans on trying Xbox Emulator in the upcoming streams? Yeah, I'm going to do so on Red Dead Redemption 1. We're going to be doing that. So yeah, stay tuned. It's coming, it's coming. Oh, it failed. Hang on. Gotta shut it down. Sometimes it fails. It happens. It fails when I want to launch a game. Okay, where are you? RPCS3. There we go. Okay, you beat this game on RPCS3? Great. Good to know, man. Good thing you can play it from start to finish. That's always good news. Okay, time to get it over with. Let's try 8K very quickly and then we end the live stream. I had enough for today, I think. It's been almost an hour. Holy hell, that went by super quickly. Thoughts on the upcoming 6700 XT? I think it's a little too expensive. Looks good in paper with the performance. On paper, better said. But the price, I think is not... It could be better, the price. I think it's a little too expensive, considering the Nvidia competition. But again, you cannot buy most of the cards from the Nvidia side without scalpers. So yeah, I think it's a good way to compete, but that's about it. It should be cheaper in my opinion, but hey. Okay, as you can see, with 8K we're getting 30s, but it drops below 30 pretty often, so... Yeah, 8K is nice and all, but that's about it. It's only nice. It uses almost all the GPU, so... 8K probably I would do it with a 2060, 2070 Super... to at least get 30 frames. I have also beat it on here. Awesome, awesome. Good to know, man. Good to know. But yeah, I think I saw enough. As you can see, 8K drops below 30. It's pretty unstable. And it's going to be even worse when effects show up. So yeah, for the fun of it, I always like to check it out. But I'm going to leave you guys at the moment. So thank you so much for watching this live stream and staying with me. I'm having a difficult time emotionally at the moment, so I'm going to be doing more videos than live streams. So apologies, I'm going to be doing less content. I'm focusing on feeling better. I hope you understand. And if you don't, that's fine as well. I don't want you guys to get tangled into this. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you that. I hope you are having a fantastic day and you still have one. The emulator crashed now. 8K was too much. So yeah, I'm leaving now, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye. And hi, McLean. You are late. This is when the live stream ends. So yeah, glad to have you guys here, and I'm going to see you soon. Bye, guys.